Okay, back out in the shop today for the first time in a while. We're going to talk about Astronomia Danica, Longomontanus' book on astronomy. This is going to come out of chapter 2 of book 2. This diagram is taken from the diagram in the book, and this is called simple anomalies as in the sun. Let A be the center of circle CDEF. So there's A, and the entire circle is called CDEF. Now that's the center point, A. In its diameter, CE, let B be Earth. So B isn't in the center, it's offset. Therefore, AB is the distance of the center of the circle from Earth, which is called the eccentricity. And therefore, the circle drawn, CDEF, is called eccentric. And so, AB, the distance from AB, is the amount of eccentricity of this circle. Now, in this case, we're B, and this is going to be the sun's orbit. And the sun orbits in a circular orbit around Earth. It just happens to be offset a little bit. Now, let's get into some other terms. And these terms have been bastardized as well because of Kepler. C is the apogee, or the most remote from the Earth. But E is the perigee, or the nearest to it. In the 1600s and beyond, and let's say this, from Hipparchus, Ptolemy, Albertani, you name it, pre-Christian era up till mid-1600s, apogee and perigee were the only two terms needed in astronomy. Just means closest and furthest. So the closest is the perigee, the furthest is the apogee. Perihelion and aphelion came later because all of a sudden the terms didn't make any sense anymore because they inverted the model, which is always why they have to create new terms. This will be the perigee, and this will be the apogee. Let's understand why that is. Clearly, B, the point where Earth is at in this drawing, is closer to E. B is closer to E. B is further away from C due to the eccentric. C is the apogee, or the most remote from Earth, but E is the perigee, or the nearest to it. And I hope that's clear. Alright, so now let's take a look at another diagram from Astronomia. Earth here at K. So from here, the center of the circle to Earth is a little bit offset, like I showed before. So in this case, this distance is the eccentricity that would be viewed by the viewer at K, because he isn't in the center. So this is spring, this is March, and this is the vernal equinox. And as you can see, since this is lower down, set down from the center line, it's going to take more time for the sun to go from here around to G than it's going to take the sun to go from here, G, around to A. That's a shorter distance than this distance. What happens is that, let's say we're here in March. This is the vernal equinox, the day when the amount of daylight is equal to the amount of darkness. Since the Earth sits down and the Earth is here, the sun comes, it meets Earth early. Now, it's got a long way to travel all summer because it's going on a longer journey because Earth is sitting down. Now up here was going to be, this will be Cancer. Now as it makes its way on around down here to G, when it gets to Libra, you can see that it's going to take more time since it's got further to go. So it's not going to meet up with this Earth there at F. It's going to take a little bit more time. It's going to meet up there at G when it's perpendicular to the Earth. So this distance around the top half of the year, which is the summer, is longer than this journey around and back to Mars. Get far enough away so you can see what I'm doing here. So I've got two cameras there, and they're back to back. And I've got the turntable sitting on top. So the time that it takes the ball to revolve around the 2 points, the two cameras, the 2 points of view is going to be the same. So we're going to time it. This is set up as a non-eccentric orbit. Alright, that should be sufficient. So now let's make an eccentric orbit.